Hey guys, it's Brett, and it's like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm filming a video, so, I wanted to do a bit of an update video on some of my thoughts about, Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. For context, um, I made a few videos back when I first made this channel, and I have very different opinions now, so I thought I'd update you guys for those who are curious. So I still think that um that the interview that Jojo Moyes did a few years back was incredibly misguided, misinformed, and I don't think that she intended for her point of view to come across as hurtful. Um, but I still think that she said a lot of ignorant things, and that still kind of does read in Louisa, the main character. Nothing is wrong with my hand, by the way. It's just my hands get cold and it's winter, so I have compression gloves. Um, I think that really shows in Louisa as a character, and I also first read Me Before You coming off of a breakup, so that was I was in a really bad place when I first read it, and in retrospect, it really was not a good decision, and I think I took a lot of my pain and projected it onto that book, and that was unfair of me to do. Um, I also had the perspective that this was Will's story, and I don't think that this is Will's story anymore. He's a key character for sure. He's still like a main character and the love interest. But this is about Louisa's journey and not Will's journey at all, really. Well, it is, but the series is Lou. She is who the story is about. And I think a lot of my point of views came, one, from being in an echo chamber. Everybody that I knew that was disabled was offended in some way by this book, and I think a lot of my point of views, even though, for context, I was the only friend in the group that had read it, or like I was the only one with full context, um, and my friends refused to read it. They boycotted the movie, that type of thing. And so they were speaking a lot from a place where they didn't have full context. And I learned that context is very important when having discussions like these, because, yes, on the outside, it seems like this can be a very ignorant and ableist book, and if you still want to hold that opinion, that is perfectly fine, but I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. This is one person's perspective of somebody else's tiny window in life. And it might be ignorance, but I think that's what pulls the book to uh sorry, I'm getting distracted by Discord, but I think that's half the appeal of the book is um the ignorance, especially that Lou has in the beginning of the book. I think a lot of people don't they go in with a similar perspective of Lou. Like they go in with a perspective similar to Lou, and as they're reading, you kind of see a shift in the point of view, and I kind of think that the shift is for the better. Um, and another thing is, like, I can only speak for me, but like, I'm not a paraplegic. I'm not completely wheelchair bound. I use a wheelchair on a daily basis, but I have full function of my upper limbs and like a lot of function in my legs. I can walk with assistance. I can walk short distances with a walker. And this is also the only life that I have ever known. I've never been able bodied, so I don't know what it's like to go from being able bodied to having it stripped away from you within seconds and your life gets entirely flipped upside down. So, at the time, I really didn't, I didn't look at it in that way. And if there was a way for me to kind of do the opposite of what happened with Will, I'm not sure if I would take it. Like, if I could become an able bodied person, I don't think I would take on that opportunity because this is all I've ever known. And I'm happy with the way that I am. And this might sound strange to a lot of people, but if that were taken away from me, and suddenly I didn't have to rely on these things that I've been relying on my whole life, I'd feel a little bit lost as well. Maybe not to the same extent that Will did, but I'd have to relearn so many things, and that would be incredibly frustrating. Anyway, I don't want to ramble on about this for too long, but I just wanted to do a little update video because I thought it was time. Anyway, guys, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.